completely moved the whole thing. The camera is here.
No, I got it. Because this one won't reach.
Oh, God. Good morning,
Can we see this?
everyone.
Donna?
No, you have the camera.
I need you to... Thank you.
Okay. No, move up and left a little bit. My left. Push. There you go. That'll work. That's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Brandy B says good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Adventures with Robert the Bruce says hi. Bethany is here and says hello. We have an Emma. Good afternoon, Miss Emma.
Hello, hello.
I hope you have a strong cup of tea today. FU Chic says, yo, I'm third. You're funny. Hey, Erica's here early and says good morning. Hi, Erica.
Hey, Erica.
Artsy Batbrook says good morning. Ari says hello. Oh, that's right. Emma says happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day to you all. Binga says hi. Vivon says hi, sir. Equine
Hello.
Lover says hi. Midnight.
All right, I've been working on... I erased the eyes so many times today. I've been trying to get this right, but...
Wah, wah, wah.
Needless to say, I am not enjoying it.
Caitlin Hamby says hi. This is my first time on a live.
Well, hello.
Wallawa says good night. Midnight Lemon says hiya, everyone. Stephnerd says morning. And we've got a lot of highs and hays and good mornings. Powen says hello, Scott. Love the line art.
Thank you.
FU Chic says it's midnight in my time, so I might not be able to stick around for a while, but good morning for y'all in American time zones.
Good morning.
Well, good evening to you. I hope when you do decide you're tired, you have a happy sleep. Catalina says good morning from Oregon. We're going to have sunshine today.
Oh, that's great.
Lucky you. We are going to have rain all day, it looks like. Erica says, almost done with my string art. Need to add some Rex Apple. Your string art looks so lovely. Love your artwork. You're a big inspiration. That's Vivon. The eyes look so good, though.
Oh, thanks. It was like, this one's too high. Now it's too low. Now it's this. Now it's that. And I kept erasing and erasing and erasing and erasing. Let me plug this in because I forgot to plug this in. And we are good. All right.
And can we just take a little tiny moment to say happy birthday to one of our wonderful mods, Emma?
Happy birthday, Emma. I hope you have a wonderful day.
I hope you have cake. That's all I care about on my birthday. The eyes. Oh, I said that. It looks so good. Good morning from Brazil.
Good morning.
Louise is looking forward to today's live. Strict Figures is back and says morning. Rebecca says hi from Romania.
Hello.
How is it in Romania today? Let's see. Good morning from California. That's Gail.
Good
Fabulous
morning,
Fart
Gail.
Around Friday. How are you two doing? And happy St.
good,
Patty's Day.
thank
We're
you.
good. We are good. Let's see. I love the hair on that sketch. I'm excited to see how you ink it. I learn a lot just by watching you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to do the hair.
Artsy Batbrick says, I love the hair. 2 p.m. for me. 2 p.m. Where are you if it's 2 p.m.? Are you in... That's Iro's Tea. Uncle Iro.
Ugh.
That's great. I love that name. That's fantastic. McLovin says, probably a silly question, but why is watercolor your favorite?
It is currently my favorite. In my 20s, colored pencils was my favorite. In my 30s, 3D digital art was my favorite. In my 40s, I picked up watercolor. In my late 40s, gouache was my favorite. So it is a ever-evolving mood swing.
Indeed. Armand says, I have a problem drawing folds of cloth.
Oh, there's a video on that. I think 2 videos on that.
In the Art Hacks playlist?
Yeah.
Try there. Maybe that'll help. Wallowa says, hi, when I do watercolor and let it dry, what do I do? Because when I do detail with water, it spider webs across the rest of my painting. What should I do?
Well, I'm assuming you said that you let it dry, though. So if it's dry, it shouldn't do that. Unless you're not using watercolor paper.
Yeah, maybe it's the paper. We talk a lot about paper here. Midnight Lemon says, it's raining here in the UK, but what's new? Mm-hmm. Today was a great day. I got back with my bestie. Good for you.
That's good.
Paula says, good morning. Nora, the editor. Whoa, I've never been to one of your lives. This is awesome.
Welcome.
Love your drawing.
Thank you.
Intrepid Frady Cat also made it to the first live.
Oh,
we got
great.
a lot of new friends here today.
Hello.
Lots of new friends. We're happy you're here. How do I find your Discord? Oh, 2 p.m. is Greenwich Mean Time. Thanks, Emma. And look, it's her birthday and she's still on top of it.
It's because you're not gorging yourself on cake like you.
Dude, there's only one way to do a birthday, in my humble opinion, and that's to gorge
Literally
yourself
eat yourself
on cake.
sick.
I do. I eat myself sick every year. It's fantastic. It's the best week of my life. I love it. Oh, she hasn't had cake yet? Oh, man. But it's only 2
Donna
o'clock.
would be on 11sies by now.
I would. I'd be on 11. And every single meal would be cake. I do that. It's so sad. And
Donna
pathetic.
literally buys a cake for
do.
12 people.
I do.
And then eats it over the week.
Years ago, Scott just said to me, just please order the birthday cake that you want, and I will happily go pick it up. And then, he makes dinner or buys dinner or whatever he's going to do, because I don't cook on my birthday. And, but seriously, like the next morning and then lunch, and then there's like 11sies before lunch, and then there's like afternoon tea time, and then there's like dessert after dinner, and it's always cake. It's terrible. We've got a friend here from Portugal and Scotland. Friends from India. They would like to see the face reference.
I am actually not using one.
Scott woke up this morning and decided Fart Around Friday was Chaos Friday.
Yeah. Which is why I keep changing the
the eyes and the facial structure.
I'm just...
Wow, you have a math exam tomorrow. Good luck, Zena. Hey, Nurbek is here from Nepal. How's it going? I bought a journal yesterday. We went to the art store that moved, Plaza Art. They moved to a new place in town. And walked in, and they had... You immediately walk in the door, and the first thing you see on your left is this huge aisle that goes on forever. And all it is journals and paper and notebooks and watercolor paper and all kinds of... It was... Let's just say that's where I spent all my time. It was glorious. And they let puppies go in the store, so we brought Arwen, which was wonderful. Living Blindly is here. Hey, and Lily Check. Living Blindly says, hello, everyone. It's been so long since I've been able to join a stream, but I'm so glad to be back.
Welcome.
Well, we're happy you're back, too. Lemon Choco says, hello from Hawaii. I love Hawaii.
Aloha.
It's beautiful. Fam de Gome says, I've learned a lot from you.
Oh, thank you.
Midoriya says, hi, Scott. You got a lot of highs and hays.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh my God, her hair is shaped like a mustache. I love it.
Unintentional. I actually started to kind of design it like wings.
An interesting question. How are your skills with gouache now?
Rusty.
What type of pencil do you use for your watercolor?
Oh, a 4H pencil.
Hi from Slovenia. Sorry, I am drinking my very first cup of tea this morning. Scott's just drawing somebody pretty much out of his head. He's kind of making this up as we go along because he wanted chaos this morning. So I'm worried for your wife's health on her birthday. So is Scott. He looks at me every year and goes, you really shouldn't eat cake that way. And I'm like, I'm going to die happy. Give me the cake.
It's my birthday. Step away.
Exactly. Just leave the cake and back away slowly. Oh, what's your favorite type of cake?
I'm sure they're asking you, not me.
No, what's your guy's favorite type of cake? You go first, and then I'll be very specific.
My favorite cake is Entenmann's. Was it chocolate?
Chocolate fudge cake. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so my favorite cake they make at like the bakery at our grocery store here, and well, unless you count Jamie's cake, that was better. But I've only had Jamie's cake once, and that was really good. But I would not ask her to make that again because I know that was a lot of work. Anyway, she made me this cake. Anyways, okay. So chocolate cake, raspberry filling, chocolate buttercream frosting. And then I want roses on top. You know, the really, really sickening sweet frosting roses that you just eat the whole rose.
Most of us just scrape off.
Yeah, most of you scrape off. I'm the one who eats them. If you're going to scrape off the roses, you're going to pass them to me because I'm the one who's going to eat them. That's me. Yeah. Hello from Australia. 1 a.m. here and pouring down rain. It is raining here too. What is a good paper brand for watercolor, sketching, and alcohol markers on the cheap side?
For watercolor, on the cheap side would be Canson XL. Or markers, I would probably try the Ohuhu sketchbook.
Yeah.
Those are really good.
Yeah, we have a code for those. Like 10% off. I think they're like $20. I know that maybe seems like a lot, but it's really not that much.
It's a big sketchbook.
It is. You get a lot of pages. And alcohol markers. And sketching.
And like a little plastic sheet too.
Yeah. Sketching.
Oh, and sketching. Sketching, I usually go with like a Blick brand or Strathmore.
Mm-hmm. I just want to tell you that you inspire me a lot. Thank you. That's Ms. Fate.
Oh, thank you.
What if you don't like references? Well, you're looking at what if he didn't like references.
No, I mean, it is perfectly okay. It is good for you to learn. You got to learn by looking at the world. So you don't. I mean, cartoonists don't use references. Comic book artists don't use references. But if you're trying to draw a motorcycle out of your head, it's not going to look as good as a motorcycle that you're drawing from reference. So just keep that in mind, that there's no... When you're showing a piece of art, no one's going to say, wow, I love that. Did you use reference? No one asks that. They just either like the art or they don't. So if you're not using reference for any supposed moral reasons or something like that, that's every artist from Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Van Gogh, all of them used reference. All of them had a model. All of them, once photography came out, used photography like Norman Rockwell. So again, don't put that on yourself if it's for any reason like that. If you just don't feel like you like using reference and you like drawing out of your head, then that's fine.
Sorry, it's about my car.
Okay. So I'm just trying to come up with a fun hair shape.
We have a lot of friends that are new today.
Welcome.
And, hey, Do Stuff Girl is here and asks, how are you both? We are good today. We are very good today. Guys, Arwen slept last night from
11:15, I think.
No, we got back to bed at 11:30. She slept from 11:30 last night until 7 o'clock this morning. And for y'all that don't know, this dog, since she's been diagnosed with her issues, has been up at, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, usually a couple times a night.
At least a couple times
Poor
a
Donna
night.
hasn't had a good night's sleep.
And she won't go out with Scott.
Yeah.
Like, we tried to take turns. She won't go out with him. So
she wants mom.
She wants mommy. That's it. And oh my God, you guys, we slept all night. It was a miracle. And Jamie's here. Hi, Jamie. I was just extolling the virtues of your cakes and how amazing they are. If you guys are anywhere near the Nashville area, you should order a cake. Jamie's the brown-eyed baker on Instagram, and her cakes are freaking amazing. Let's see. Can you do another video with digital, please?
I can, and I probably will at some point.
It's a mood thing with him.
It is.
Such a mood thing. Raining here in Pennsylvania too. How do you do makeup without it being too much? Like on a painting? Cactus person on a painting? Because I don't...
Painting or
on a person.
On real life.
Yeah.
I'm not the person to ask for the real life one.
Claudia says, yesterday I tried to experiment with watercolors and markers for the outlines, but didn't realize they weren't waterproof. I really love your style.
No.
I'm sorry. That's terrible. It's hard to...
Especially if you like the line work too.
Nina wants to know, how do you do the details with watercolor?
I don't. I use watercolor for just the splash of color and some, I let the watercolors kind of be artsy, and then I use the pen to do the details.
Mm-hmm. Scott used charcoals a long time ago in college. He has not used them since. A lot of people are saying they're inspired by your art. And
thank you.
So many new friends here on Alive today. Jelly Theater. Welcome, welcome. Have a fun vacation with your grandparents.
So the one thing I found with hair is you have to find the flow of the hair, and you have to follow the flow of the hair. It's kind of like if you're drawing wood grain, you have to find the flow of the wood grain. And so I'm just trying to find the flow, and then I could come in with more lights and darks and shadows and whatnot.
Nathaniel says, hi, Scott. Just wanted to say, hey, have a great day and night, everyone.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Shade X says, I've always loved your art. I discovered you on the YouTube Shorts, and ever since I have fallen in love with your art, you give me so much inspiration to draw.
Thank you very much.
Boy, do I know how much you love to hear that. For whoever asked, you can find the link to the Discord on our website, or if maybe one of the mods could put it in here, that would be good. You've improved my art so much and made me feel so confident to the point where I'm finally making a webcomic. Thank you so much. This will open a lot of doors for me.
Oh, that's great. I did a webcomic for 12 years. Those are the best.
Skyfire is a young artist that uses acrylic paint and loves your channel.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. I drew you in art class, Scott. That's so cute.
That's great. Thank you.
You guys are great. You're cute. Hello from Thailand. Hello from Estonia. George says, hello from Bournemouth, England. Thank you for inspiring me to pick up my sketchbook and get back into drawing.
That's wonderful.
Yay. See, Intrepid Frady Cat gets me. I get birthday cakes for my cats and dogs. Cake is so good. Let's see. You're an amazing artist. You're my role model.
Thank you.
I don't know if you know Bangladesh, but I'm from there. Hey, yes, we do. And Axe is from Romania. So exciting. We have friends from Slovenia here. My name is Rishika, and I just wanted to let you know that you inspired me to start doing art, and one of my drawings got selected to be displayed in our art room at school. Love you.
That's wonderful.
That's great.
Congratulations.
If you ever write a memoir, what would it be called? Also, I would definitely read it. Failing spectacularly through life.
No. It would hopefully be something like a life well lived or something like that. I don't know.
Aww. Mr. Juicebox says, good morning from California. How are you doing? What pens do you use?
Oh, good morning. I am using Zebra brush pens. They are waterproof, so I could do my inking now and then come in with the watercolors later.
What paper are you using right now, honey?
This is the expensive Arches watercolor paper, 100% cotton paper.
Hi from the Czech Republic.
Hello. Let's see if I can.
Okay, so for all of you, there's a lot of people that keep asking about the pencil. Scott used the Faber-Castell 4H pencil to do the pencils before he did the inking. He's on the inking stage now, and he's using a zebra brush pen, and we get those from jetpens.com. If you have any other questions on the supplies, there's a link to all of the art supplies Scott uses on our website. And if we have a code for a discount for you guys, you'll find it there. It's 4:05 a.m. here in Hawaii. I'm sitting outside. It's warmer outside than inside.
Wow.
And you get to watch the sunrise over the beautiful Pacific Ocean. I'm so jealous.
You guys aren't 5 hours.
Yeah,
But
they
they're
are.
4 hours behind us.
No, they don't do the time change, baby.
Oh.
Hawaii doesn't do the time change.
Wait, did you say 4:05?
Yeah.
You're looking at messages from 15 minutes ago?
No, I'm looking at whatever. I'm almost to the bottom. Let's see. Where am I? Scott, what kind of paper should I use to do watercolor? Because when I use normal paper, it doesn't work.
Oh, yeah. You got to use watercolor paper. So it just depends on your budget. But I do have like some different ones in my art supply list.
Mm-hmm.
This is expensive paper, but you don't need expensive paper.
But you do need watercolor paper.
You do need watercolor paper, and it should be. God, what is the Canson XL? It should be at least
300 GSM.
90 pound, 185 GSM.
Mm-hmm.
That's as low as I would go.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, I have the lighter lines, and now I'm adding some darker lines, and that kind of gives you a sense of shadows. So that way it has just some variation to it.
Is the Winsor & Newton gouache really reactive?
I don't know what reactive means,
I
honestly.
don't know either. What are you asking for there? Like, can you reactivate it with water, maybe? I love your drawing of a woman in a hijab. You are so talented. First time watching you live.
Oh, thank you.
That's my favorite painting, too. I love that one. Artsy Human says, I would recommend there are very nice people, and I promise you will have a great time in Dublin. I want to go to Ireland so bad. I would be the designated drinker. Donna would be drinking whiskey and Irish coffee the whole time. There you go. Can you tell Scott thank you for encouraging me to work with watercolor? It has been amazing.
Oh, thank you. There's a, I think it's in Ireland. Is it the Blue Bookshop that you can rent out?
No, that's in Scotland.
In Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's in Scotland.
I've been wanting to do something like that for Donna, where it's like a Airbnb where you actually sleep above a bookshop, and during the day you can open it up and run the bookstore. Yeah. And I just thought, how cool would that be?
I would never come home.
I just sit and sketch.
I would never come home. I would literally never come home. I'd be like, see ya. Not coming back. I find it really cool how good you are at traditional art. I'm a digital artist and I don't understand how you do all that on paper.
That's okay. I don't understand how you do all that on digital. So we're even.
Watching your channel inspired me to pick up watercolors after 17 years, and I've made more art in the past 3 weeks than I've made in the previous 6 months. So thank you for the inspiration. That's HK Jane.
That's wonderful. Thank you for telling me.
I love your art tips and tricks so much. I especially love your art focused on women and hair. That's Cheryl.
Thank you. That is one of my favorite things too.
Jamie asks, how are you guys today?
We're doing pretty good.
We are good. How are you today, friend? We love you. Sending big hugs. I love your style. Are there any tips you could give? Try the Art Hacks playlist, Araya. There's so many tips there. There's a lot of videos and a lot of tips. Faces and noses and eyes and clothes and folds and pick something. It's all there. How do you do makeup on paintings?
Oh. I do the skin color the way I normally would, and then I go over it with the makeup color. So kind of like, so it gives it, I think, a more natural feel. So that way, so like say there's a purple eyeshadow, I'll do the normal skin color first, and then I'll come over it with a little bit of purple. Because I think that feels a little more natural.
Emma only gets cake if she buys or makes it herself. I get that, except that I would say to your husband, I ordered the cake and it's at this place, pick it up.
Yeah.
That's what I do with Scott. I order my cake and he goes and gets it. Honestly, so much easier.
She's very specific. And I want roses and I want this and I want that.
Yes. And I share a birthday with Arwen, so every year it has to say happy birthday, Mom and Arwen. Because I like it like that. Do you think you will ever make a book on art? I would buy it in a heartbeat.
We are actually talking to a publisher, and we are working on a book on art, but it's not going to be a how-to so much as I think the title that we're currently looking at is How to Fail Spectacularly at Art.
Yep.
And because it's the one thing I know how to do.
Oh, he does. Stephnerd only gets cake if she makes it. If they're buying, they get me pie. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. Who buys someone a birthday pie?
Some people prefer birthday pie. You'd be surprised. Or birthday cheesecake. Remember, your dad liked birthday cheesecake.
That's true.
You know, he didn't
But it
like...
still has the word cake in it.
That's true. It does have the word cake in it. I don't know. I've got nothing, honey. Got absolutely nothing. Have you seen the artist Sam Does Art? He has some really cool pieces.
I think, yes, I follow Sam Does Art.
You do.
And I think Sam had me in one of their videos.
Really?
Yeah. I'd love to do a collaboration with them at some point.
Let's see. Hello, Scott and Donna. How's it going?
Going good, thank you.
Yeah, we're doing good. The memoir should be called Finding Art in Everything. Ah, I love that. That's great.
That is a nice name.
Jamie prefers pie or ice cream. But you make such beautiful cakes.
Probably sick of it.
Yeah, probably. No, I love cake. Oh my God. Sarah says, Scott and Donna are the supportive internet parents we all need. You're sweet. We try. Lots of people want to know who you're drawing. He is drawing someone he's coming up with out of his head. You're seeing it live.
I don't normally do this, but...
I'm telling you, he woke up this morning and chose chaos. Okay, so the pen, Brian would like to know, what pen do you recommend for inking?
I like the Zebra brush pen. That's what I'm currently using, though. You can use microns, too. They're also waterproof.
Or what are the other ones you could use? Here they are. Sakura Pigma pens. And those are also waterproof. Sarah says, good morning from Mexico. Just came here to say I love your art and videos. Also, why is the hair shaped like a mustache?
It wasn't intentional. I just, I wanted it to kind of come out, and then I started kind of thinking it was kind of like wings or something, but I don't know.
Okay, Savia is a middle school artist and is trying to develop their own style. Any recommendations?
Yes. Copy the artist that you like, and then just start adding the elements from their art that you like into your art. But start just copying. Just flat out copying the art. Steal from them.
The word steal. It has such a negative connotation.
Not in art.
You don't think?
No.
You inspired me to start watercoloring.
Oh, that's wonderful. Hope you're liking it.
Midoriya says, hey, Scott and Donna, what's your favorite Disney character?
Jasmine.
Hussy. Okay, so my favorite Disney movie is Beauty and the Beast. And Belle and the Beast are my favorite characters from there. Although, I gotta tell you, like Mrs. Potts, she's pretty cool. But if I have to pick a favorite, favorite, I think it'd be Winnie the Pooh.
Not Piglet, huh?
Well, obviously, because Pooh and Piglet are inseparable.
No, it's either Pooh or Piglet.
No, it can't be one or
Only
the other.
one gets to survive.
Wow, what is this? Survivor Winnie the Pooh edition? You are terrible.
Oh, did it here?
Hey, from Turkey, Istanbul, you make the best YouTube shorts ever.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Clock. Can you tell Scott, thank you for encouraging me to work with watercolor. It has been better than anything I've ever tried. That's Zaina.
Oh, I love to hear that, Zaina.
We've got a couple friends from Tennessee.
Hey, neighbors.
And they say good morning. Wait, the comments just floated up here. Where did they go? Do you have any tips on waterfall or calligraphy pens?
Not me. You, dear?
I don't know what a waterfall pen is. I think practicing with the calligraphy pen is the best thing to do. And there's a lot of free tutorials you can do out there, and a lot of people who are great with lettering. I used to think I wanted to do a lot of calligraphy. Calligraphy doesn't interest me. Writing with a fountain pen is what interests me. And I think that's made my writing better. But definitely definitely practicing. Have you ever seen Andy Warhol's work?
Yeah, we've seen it in a couple museums.
Steph Nerd says, Scott, sometimes you get tired of making cakes and that's the last thing you want on your birthday, so pie it is. Let's see. Are you wearing green?
Me? No.
I get to go pinch him.
No, I never have to because I have green eyes.
Wait. Nope. Wait, I have green in my slippers. No, do I have green in my slippers? I don't know, but you can come over here and pinch me anytime, honey.
I've got natural immunity to pinching on St. Patrick's Day.
That's what you think. Scott, can I ask you something? I'm a big fan of yours and I really want to ask you.
Okay.
Hit us. Can you draw a bald woman once? Sorry for the weird question.
No, I did.
He did in the hair journal.
Yeah, in the hair journal. We did it for cancer.
Cancer
awareness.
and alopecia.
Yeah.
And Iris Sketchbook says you inspired me to do more gouache paintings. Love from India.
Oh, wonderful.
Could you guys tell me something to draw? I'm going through art block. Bryce, draw a red panda. Donna, have you ever tried painting a watercolor painting? You know, I have not tried painting a watercolor painting. I have not. No, that's not true. I did. I tried. You got those watercolors from Frey, and I tried those watercolors, and I drew a little tulip. I'm not great at, I can color in the lines. I'm doing a paint by number right now, but I don't paint things like just out of my head or copy photo reference or anything like that. Do you have any tips for line art?
There's a video on it. I don't really like my line art. I don't think my line art's the best, but I did my best to give you guys tips on that.
Scott has so messed up on line work before, patella, and he fixes it with gouache or fixes it in the watercolor stage. Oh, Debusis says, hi, Donna and Scott. Thank you so much. I drew Taylor Swift from your video and gifted it to my girlfriend. She loved it. Thank you so much.
Oh, fantastic.
Yay.
I love it when people gift art.
Is it hard to concentrate on the art when answering questions? Good question.
No. I'm just, this especially is just mindless. You're just kind of just wiggling your hand and whatnot. When I was trying to get the eyes right, I might go a little quiet for a little bit, but...
Kazu Bell says, I bought a block of Arches paper and I'm in love. Why is it so expensive? Why?
Oh, I know.
We don't know. You got a tip from Weird Core.
Oh, thank
C55.
you.
They sent a tip. Union Blitz got back from the gym and is happy to see you streaming. Look at you.
Nice job.
Here's how Bethany, people are asking, what is pie? Pie has a crust and then all the filling is contained inside. Some fillings are fruity and others fillings are something like chocolate. I love how she describes it.
Welcome to my TED Talk.
Pie has a crust and you put stuff inside it. Oh God, that's so cute.
It's like a sweet quiche.
Have you ever tried refillable pens? Oh, me. I have, me. Love them. Have you?
Me, refillable pens? I don't think so.
Aw, this person is so funny. They think there's no such thing as Women's History Month. You're wrong. The way you draw Afro-textured hair is chef's kiss. He really does that well, doesn't he? I think you just love all hair.
I do.
What is my favorite painting? Do you have that card over there? You can show my favorite painting. That is my favorite painting that Scott has done. We have yet to frame it and stick it in my office.
Well, this is just a print of it, but yes.
Yeah. Let's see. I have been your big fan forever, but I've never watched your live before. It's good.
Welcome. Thank you.
Can you do a video about how to draw boys' hair with no reference? Oh.
Yes, there is a video with JC Leyendecker, and yeah, I think that'll help.
Are we going to a Renaissance fair this year, and are we going to cosplay?
We usually go to the Tennessee Renaissance Fair with our boys. I don't think.
Oh, we're not going to go this year because they're
Logan
busy.
will be gone, or
no, but they're busy.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm going to miss my turkey leg this year.
I don't know. I don't know if Donna and I will just go by ourselves. It is very crowded.
Well, not only is it crowded, it's kind of sad without the kids.
Yeah.
I can feel the hair texture just by looking at your art. This is how good you are. That's Cookie Monster.
Thank you.
Let's see. Have you ever seen a pigeon doll? I don't think I even know what that is. Do you? Okay, Dalton says, this question is for Donna. I watched Scott's Crayola review, and listening to you all sped up, you sounded like Fred Figglehorn. Was there a question there?
Yeah, it was. She just keeps going on and on, so I had to speed her up.
The box had a million things in it, and it was so cool.
There's a long version if you want to see.
You don't want to watch the long version, trust me. It's fine. Sneaky says, hi from Texas. The rain is coming and going. Have you ever felt the need to draw but didn't have the proper art supplies, and you drew but you really liked it and wanted to transfer it to a drawing book?
Yes. That has happened to me many times.
That's why they made glue stick, Elmer's glue, Scotch tape, all sorts of things. Paste it into a book and keep going. How often do you do colored pencil off camera?
Not often. I mean, honestly, I hadn't really touched colored pencils much in a long time before I started doing the YouTube channel. I will use colored pencils from time to time to, add a little something to a piece, but not a full colored pencil piece.
Wings says, how do you take time for hobbies if you are a very busy student?
Okay,
I'm going to take this one. Because last night I had the privilege of sitting with a former student that the boys went to high school with. And she is in college now and she's wonderful. And she is on spring break and does not have time for anything when she is doing classes. And she said that she takes her spring break and her summers. Because I asked that question. I said, do you do anything for fun? Are you drawing for fun? Are you reading? Are you doing whatever? And she pulled this huge book out. She's reading The Grapes of Wrath. And she pulled this huge book out of her bag and said, I'm reading this. I just started it and it's so good. And she doesn't have time during school. So I think you guys need to cut yourself a little slack and maybe keep a running list on your phone or on a piece of paper or something of things you want to do when you have time. Like if you have a break or if you have an afternoon off, and go to your list and say, oh, I wanted to do one of these things, and then then pull that off the list and do it. Yeah. So you can do it.
I know my son, Logan will call me up and then we'll log into Overwatch or WoW and we'll play some games together. Yeah. And that's always nice.
Yeah. Jelly Theater. I did take over the stream. I took over the stream 1 week ago today, and I did a journaling stream. And it was fun. I had a good time. I was so nervous.
You did great.
But we had a good time. We talked all about journaling and writing and yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. You can check it out on the channel if you want to see it. Scott, my line work is terrible and it is hard line art.
Well, welcome to the club, because my line art is terrible too.
Good morning from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Mr. Scott, how do you know where to put the shadows in the hair? Good question.
Usually, the simplest thing is light's going to come up from the top and be, at the bottom. That's usually. You can have light come from anywhere, but if light was coming from the side, I would do lighter lines on this side, and I would do heavier lines on this side. So that's really it. You're deciding where you want the lighting to come from, and then you're going to add the darker lines on the opposite side of where the light is.
Okay, guys. So if you're trying to get into the Discord, nobody's going to get into the Discord while we're on a live, because our wonderful mods that are here are helping us with the Discord as well. And we unfortunately cannot pay them. So we are not doing multiple things at the same time. When the live is over, you read the rules, you agree to the rules. You just have to be nice. And then you'll get a roll, but not during the live.
Just be patient.
Yeah, just give us some time. We're doing our best, and we're not gonna, try to do 26 things at the same time. I'm starting a sketch journal, and I don't know what it should be about. Can you give me some suggestions?
You can either do a travel journal, or you can do a themed journal. I've done Harry Potter journals. Mm-hmm. I've done hair journals. I've done Lord of the Rings. Mm-hmm. I've done national animals from around the world. So find something that you would like. And if you have a 20-page journal or a 50-page journal, make sure that there are enough things for you to fill up that journal, because you don't want to go, I don't know what to do today. Like if you're doing a Harry Potter journal, there's 50 characters that you can paint or draw. So if you're doing Lord of the Rings, you know that. If you're doing Star Wars or the Marvel Universe or whatever. So that's how I do it, is I try to think, okay, what can I come up with that where I don't have to think of what to draw. I just pick who I'm in the mood to draw out of this fandom.
How do you find the inspiration to draw every day?
I don't think, did I draw? I didn't draw yesterday.
I'd say good morning to Santa.
Hey, Santa.
Good morning, friend.
I didn't draw yesterday. I took the day off.
You drew yesterday.
What did I draw?
I don't know. Let me think about it. What did we do yesterday?
We went out.
Oh, we had to go run those errands yesterday. Yeah. Early.
We took Esmeralda.
Here we go.
Hey, we never do anything for Esmeralda, and
oh my God, we have done so much for Esmeralda over the years.
Not recently, not over the last couple years.
I'm sorry. Does she need some?
She was feeling a little neglected.
A little TLC every couple of years.
And I think Santa drove her a little too hard, but no.
Well,
he's
used to driving those reindeer. Let me tell ya, they can give a kick.
But no, she's had a leak. Like a
seal problem.
No, it's a antifreeze kind of leak, a coolant leak, for a couple of years now, and so I've found a local place that says that they can take care of her, and so we'll see if they can.
Can you give me some ideas for inexpensive art supplies? Okay, I wish we could, but here's the problem. I don't know what country you're in, and supplies are priced differently no matter what country it is.
The supplies that I like are on our website.
Yeah.
And the supplies that I've tested and you can see videos on them are also on our website.
Correct. And you can look at those and then look in your area and see maybe if you can find something similar. Let's see. Nayusha, can you finish that question and I'll ask it to Scott? Do you have any advice on using gouache?
There's a couple of videos on it, but just you're going to work mid-tones to darks and then come in with the lights. It's not like watercolor.
I'm going to butcher this name. I think it's Yves Lissé. Says, hey, Scott and Donna, hi from Poland. Scott,
Hello.
I really enjoy your art, and I'm amazed at how many mediums you use. Question, how are you able to paint skin tones in these different mediums? It's not easy.
Oh, thanks. I don't think I'm doing it well, like if I'm using colored pencils or well, I've got experience with colored pencils, watercolor, and gouache. So, but if I wind up doing acrylics or markers, I'm just kind of figuring it out. And if I were to do it a lot more, I definitely would get better. But I think once you've made art for 4 decades, you're going to be able to do I think anything you try, if I was to do sculpture or oil paints or whatever, it's going to be at least at a medium level. I'm not coming in at a very, very beginner level because of all of the experience that I've had. So I think that's all you're seeing is someone who's never tried this, but I'm doing it adequately. I'm not doing it fantastically. I'm not doing it at an expert level, but I'm doing it adequately.
It's just because of the years of experience.
Yeah,
that he
yeah.
has.
It's
Years
like
years.
I say I have I've been spending years driving, and then suddenly you put me in a race car. I'll do pretty good, but I'm not going to be as good as a professional race car driver. But because I know how to drive, I at least know the basics. And so that's all you're seeing is you're like, wow, that person did really fast. Yeah, but I'm nowhere near as good as a professional.
I'm as good as a professional race car driver. Just saying. Can I mix watercolors and alcohol markers together? I'm not sure if I should try it.
You can, and I did here. I will show you.
Wouldn't the alcohol markers bleed?
They will. That's what I'm showing. So.
Oops, careful.
So I used, you can see, alcohol markers on this one, and it bled. So it because it's on, you can see right here even, it actually bled underneath the tape.
Yeah, we can see that.
So what happens is that watercolor paper is very absorbent, and so it's not made for markers. It's made for watercolor. And so when you put markers on, they just kind of go, and they just spread. So you can use them. You just have to understand that it is going to spread a little bit. Whereas marker paper, you lay it down and it doesn't move. That's what it's made for. So different paper is made for different mediums, and that's why you have it.
Yeah. If you go back and look at the Lizzo painting, that painting I think was the one to me where I realized that you could blend markers like I had never seen you blend them before. But they stayed. Like you would do, I have this vivid memory of you doing a swipe of the color and then a swipe over the top of it, and it just blended so perfectly on that paper, but it didn't move. And it didn't bleed. Let's see. Patrick went to Six Flags and collected stickers and maps on every ride that they went on, and it was so much more fun that way.
Oh, that's great. Are you going to journal with it?
I hope you're going to put all those together in a journal. That sounds like fun. I love doing that. I'm so glad you liked it and enjoyed it. I think that's a fun way to go through life and do things. Scott does not like oil pastels.
I've tried so many times.
He does not like them. I'm starting a sketch journal. Do you have any suggestions?
I would either pick a subject or do it as a travel journal.
I've never seen Poppy the Performer. Have you?
No.
Scott has done a video with Crayola art supplies.
There's a playlist, Crayola playlist.
Yep, there's a Crayola playlist, so you can go there and check out all the things he's tried. He did a Van Gogh with crayons. I want to try gouache, but I don't know what brand to buy. What brand do you recommend?
I like Winsor & Newton, but if you're on a budget, you can try Hemi Gouache. There's a link in one of my videos or on the website to Hemi Gouache, but I would not recommend the Michaels brand. I did not like that one.
I'm going to go, Vinu, I'm going to go with what is your favorite type of book? I'm going to go with sketchbook. What's your favorite type of sketchbook?
Oh, I like for watercolor, I like the Be Creative. That's my favorite.
Which is difficult to get your hands on, but is it better to sketch first or just freehand it?
It just depends on your mood.
It's so cool that you play Overwatch with your kids. What's your favorite character?
Reinhardt.
Let's see. Hello from Indiana. How do you have the inspiration to draw all the time? A couple of people have asked this. I love doing art, but I can never finish something.
I did not. I don't have the inspiration all the time. I have to look it up. I have to read through the comments. I have to. Sometimes I just draw stuff that I'm not inspired to draw, like Taylor Swift or something like that. I'm doing it because of the requests, but it still at least gives me something to draw. And sometimes you just draw just to draw because you want to make art, but you just don't know what to make art. And that's where like a travel journal or the draw everything every day works, because you're just doing something, because you don't, every piece of art you make doesn't have to be inspiration. It could just be making art to make art. And so I do that. But on other days, I've really been liking the women's history. I missed the hair journal, and so I just kind of wanted to do these. And
oh gosh, you guys, every single day he says lately it's been I missed the hair journal. I missed the hair journal.
Well, I liked Wednesday's Mary Shelley painting, and I'm enjoying doing these, and so finding that you like something, you can kind of make a theme of it and go, I'm enjoying this, so I'm going to do this times 10 or 20 or whatever it might be. And you're happy, and you kind of get it out of your system, and then you look for other things. But I have videos on inspiration. I have videos on art block and photo reference and everything else.
Okay, Redeemus has a question. When do we outline the drawing in watercolor? Before using the watercolor or after painting? Because my drawing teacher said to do it after painting, but you are doing it before.
There's no right or wrong way with art. There's just not.
Preference.
If you have waterproof pens like I do, you can do it before. I like it because it gives me structure, so I could be looser with the watercolors. Otherwise, if you're doing the watercolors, you have to have tight pencils, and then you're going to do the watercolors, and then you got to go over the pencils. And then if your pencil lines aren't going to, your inking lines aren't going to be perfect, so you're going to see pencils. So now you have watercolor pencils and inks. Whereas this, I can erase it, and you just have inks and watercolors. That's my reasoning for doing it, but there's no right or wrong way. Your teacher's 100% not wrong.
Have you ever had someone steal your art and say it was their own?
Oh yeah. If you you'll see if you look up Art Nouveau, you'll see my art stolen and used for shower curtains and t-shirts and stuff like that. And it's no they just take off my signature, and sometimes I just keep the signature on it, and they just do it. What are you going to do? I can't really do anything about it, so
you could fight everybody, but you don't want to do that.
Yeah,
you don't have the energy for that.
If it was a big company or something like that, I'd say something, but it's usually just
Kirsty says, thank you for the live stream, Scott, because it keeps me going.
Oh, my pleasure.
Louise says, I love the vibes here. Thanks for keeping us company.
Thank you for keeping us company.
Adela says, hi, Donna. You've inspired me to start a travel journal. Woohoo! Next month, I'm flying to Amsterdam, and I can't wait to fill it with memories.
Oh, that's great.
I am so excited for you. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Don't forget to bring some tape, either washi tape or scotch tape, so you can tape little things in, like ticket stubs and fun things like that. I love that. I love it, love it, love it. Can you give her green eyes, because she doesn't really look like she wants to get pinched. You guys are funny. Scott, could you do a video on drawing proportions of faces? I think you have one of those.
Yeah, I think there is one.
In the Art Hacks playlist. What inspired you for the hair?
Oh, I've done enough where the hair goes to the side or going up, and so I thought it'd be nice to have the hair go out. And then as I started to do it, I started to kind of see like wings, and then I just decided, no, I think I want to have it kind of swirl. This almost feels like a like a Tim Burton kind of Alice in Wonderland kind of feel to it.
Okay, for those of you that are asking about finding your art style and art block and things like that, there's a video on that. There's 40 years of my art is finding... No, my art is a mosaic. That was finding your art style.
Yeah.
And so check that out. And there is a video on art block. Commissions are closed right now. And that'll also tell you, you can look back on that and see, there's a lot of stuff in the Art Hacks playlist, you guys, about how he has done what he's done over the years. How do you manage to make it so detailed with almost never making a mistake?
There's always mistakes.
Okay.
I mean,
after every live, Scott comes to me and says, "Oh my gosh, I messed up here and here and here and here and here." He sees every little
I
thing.
erased the eyes 10 times this morning before I went live. And I think I recorded some of it because I was, just trying to get some recording for the video that I'll make for Women's History Month. But honestly, I make mistakes all the time. I mean, if you make a mistake here during little squiggles, you're not going to notice it as much. But no, you got to learn to embrace the mistakes and then move on.
We have The War on Art. We haven't read it yet. Scott has drawn a red panda for me. I have it up in my office. Scott's desk is not organized ever. There is stuff everywhere. It looks like it doesn't look like a bomb blew up today. It's a little more organized than it usually is.
We cleaned it up last week for you.
And
before that for Santa.
Yeah, that's true. We cleaned the whole Hobbit hole for Santa because boy, howdy, was that a mess.
We got rid of all the cobwebs.
We did. We decobwebbed the house for Santa because you got to do that. I mean, come on. What kind of ink and ink equipment do you recommend for drawing? I want to start doing art with ink.
I would follow Kim Diaz Home.
Yeah.
He does ink.
Yeah, he's great.
All the time. And, I use Higgins ink when I'm doing stuff with him. But honestly, you can trial and error, honestly.
Aw. Let's see. My situation is changing and I can finally have a dedicated art corner. What does cleaning up your art station look like? Like what, to always tidy as soon as you're done versus once in a while?
Yeah.
Shauna, I love that you think he cleans. I love that.
I don't. This is me when I get to draw. I go, okay. All right, here we go.
Yep.
And that's it. I just spread everything aside.
Moves it from one side to the other side. They're so funny. Yeah. I am a little behind, Jordan. Sorry. But thanks for noticing. Scott does like alcohol markers. Art isn't my thing too much, but I do like journaling, and I've always missed your live, so I never had a chance to ask Donna, what is your inspiration to write?
Me.
Yeah. Scott is my muse.
I'm her everything.
He's my muse. My muse. I read an article, which, as Bethany will attest, is how I start 99% of my conversations with people. Scott's just done with me. And at the very beginning of the pandemic, and it was a teacher in, Harvard, somewhere, anyways, one of those schools. And he was telling his students to, when you go through big things in the world, to chronicle them in a journal, chronicle how you're feeling about them, chronicle how the world is dealing with things. Within 3 months of the pandemic starting, I lost my dad. And then a year later, we lost Scott's dad. So it's been a cathartic process for me to just get it out of my head and onto the paper. And it makes me feel better. So I hope that helps. I was asking if you got inspiration or what did you see that made you become an artist? Why an artist, by the way?
I don't really have any other skills. So, it was kind of like, well, I'm good at this, so I might as well go to art school. But I think subconsciously there's a feeling of like, hold on. All right, so subconsciously, I think there's a feeling of like I'm a Pokemon collector. Like I go around and I go, I like that. I'm going to draw it. Now I own it. And I think there's like this weird feeling of that. I don't think that, but I just think that there's this feeling of that's really pretty, and I want to connect with that in some way.
Okay, we're going to blow through a bunch of questions here.
Okay.
Scott's never going to do oil paints, but we love you for asking. Scott uses Winsor & Newton watercolors. Finding the quote-unquote best watercolor, I think, is subjective, depending on who you are. Tuco, he has scrapped so many paintings I can't even count. If you're trying to paint your friends' likenesses, trace them. We have never done bookbinding, but that is something that I want to learn how to do desperately. We have so many places we want to add to our travel journals that it would be easier to tell you where we've been than where we want to go. I am doing a paint by number right now. I am not an artist by any stretch of the imagination, but they are acrylics, and I am actually really enjoying it. Scott prefers the Ohuhu marker paper. There is a link in our website, and there's a discount code for you guys. By the way, let me just be really upfront with you guys. We don't get compensated for the stuff that's on the website. But we've asked everybody for a discount for you guys. So that's what we're doing with that. Drawing while listening to the streams is so much fun. Let's see. You can go through the Art Hacks playlist, and you will find all of the videos on drawing faces and mouths and all of the different kind of things. I do not enjoy scrapbooking. I did when the kids were little. As they got older and we got busier, I just had to put that down. And I don't paint because I am a business major, not an artist. I do a lot of other things, like I write and I have my journal and things like that.
I think I like the flowers the best.
Let me see. Show me the other one. The flowers are really busy with that hair. Okay, all of those are busy. I don't care, you pick. Scott, have you ever tried those jelly gouaches that look like pudding?
Yes. There's a video on it. It's called Hemi Gouache.
Paint Donna in a red panda suit. Good
I did.
Grief.
In my sketchbook.
I don't draw daily. Doesn't matter. I draw 2 or 3 days a week.
Oh, you're fired.
Stop it.
You're out of the drawing club. No, you can draw whenever you want to. I took 10 years off.
You did. Yeah. I love your art. You've inspired me so much.
Thank you.
You're so cute.
Okay, so I'm going to get the .005.
Saw the Discord announcement and needing a new name for Friday's stream. How about Freestyle Friday? That's accurate, I think. Arwen is doing great. Thank you for asking, Dea. Arwen is doing great. She is, I wish it wasn't raining today or we would go for a WALK. Can't say it out loud or we get too excited. But yeah, she's doing really good. Stencils are not cheating. And you know why? Because Scott's using them right now. There's no cheating in art.
Who would think that they're cheating?
Jamie. Not Jamie Brown, another Jamie.
No. There's no such thing as cheating in art.
Scott wants to give up every single day.
Okay, I think this one.
How do you deal with impatience when it comes to art? He kicks me out of the Hobbit hole.
Yeah, I'm impatient right now. I'm going, God, I don't really want to do all these stencils. But I also know how much I'm going to like it when it's done. I just think that maybe this is too light.
I don't know how you would answer this one. Scott, hello, Scott. Can you help me to picture something and then put it on paper? I absolutely cannot draw from imagination.
Don't. Get a photo and copy it. That's what I do.
Yeah. Can you give me tips on how to exactly capture your reference?
Tracing or the grid method or projecting it.
This person's favorite medium is Crayola crayons. Yay! Scott has done animation. The spelling of walk to not excite the puppy. Ooh! Yes. Do you recommend a free online course for learning art?
I don't know of any. Sorry.
Yeah. He did draw Lizzo. It's in the marker playlist. Patrick says, I just want to say thank you too for helping me through my art. I feel like I've been coping with my art and some of my landscapes are dark because I'm sad, but now they're brighter thanks to both of you.
Oh, that's great.
You're sweet. I'm glad you're enjoying it. No, Scott's not going to sell unfinished pieces. He won't. Now you're out of the drawing club. They liked that one. No, I'm not showing the paint by number because there's so much left to do. There's only a small, tiny fraction of it done. It's so frustrating. And the numbers are getting smaller by the day. Skyfire, you can tag us on social media. We're on all the socials. Or you can drop your art in the Discord. My kids see a big mustache if you block out the face in the middle.
Oh, totally.
I
didn't do it intentionally, though.
We are no longer doing the profile pictures. How do you make someone look like the reference?
Tracing, you could try the grid method.
Do you like relief printing? Lovely piece.
Thank you. I don't think I've done it, but I think I like the look of it.
Which would you recommend, gouache or acrylic?
Personally, gouache.
Any tips for making mental health days easier? I always feel selfish when I give them a go and never put in time for myself. Patrick, no. Do not ever feel selfish for taking a mental health day. It has taken me 53 years to say, I don't feel like myself today. I'm going to sit on the couch and read a book. And it's okay to do that because if you help yourself feel better, you will be a better person the next day and the day after that and the day after that. And I think it's important. I think it's critically important for every person, whoever you are, wherever you are, to take a little time for yourself every day. I don't care what it is. You want to watch a TV show, you want to write in a journal, you want to paint a picture, you want to read a book, you want to go outside and take a walk. It doesn't matter. Give yourself 30 minutes a day. There's no reason why you cannot find 30 minutes a day. If I could go back and tell my young mom self one thing, it would be take 30 minutes a day for yourself. It's so important. I like digital art. There are some great digital artists in our group here that are just wonderful and they're very inspiring. I think it's cool. Now, if you ask me if I like AI art, I would say no, because I think it steals from everyone else in the world. But digital art, yeah, absolutely. Scott, I'm drawing a comic for my brother right now. Do you have any tips, and do you think drawing comics is easier digitally?
I think comics are easier digitally. You know, you can copy and paste things. There's so many tools. So yeah, I most of my artist friends, because I came up in comics. Most of my comic artist friends do their work digitally now. I would say my biggest recommendation in comics is always get the book How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way.
Yeah, that's your favorite. Maui says, thank you so much for inspiring me to draw again, Scott. I really idolize you and the way you make art.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see. How do you make an art portfolio? Like, is there something you need to include?
Just the work that reflects the job that you want.
Okay.
Ooh.
Lexi, budget supplies, it's going to depend on where you are. If you're in the States, the United States, I would try like a Michaels or a Blick or something like that. They have great art supplies. You could always try the Grabby set. There's a link to that on our website. You can try that there. That's $25, and that's got paint and everything in it that you need: the pen, the paintbrush, the pencil, everything. And that's just a great, very, very early beginner set.
This is going to be difficult.
Go ahead.
That's going to be difficult to color.
No offense, but I want to know why Scott does shadows in the hair.
Oh, because the hair has volume. Hair has three-dimensionality, and so you want to reflect that. Sometimes I get a little artsy, and I won't, and I'll just have it be a little bit more designy. But for the most part, it has volume.
Llama Lover. If you're looking at our website, there is original art and there are prints. All of the paintings are original art. There's only one type of print up there. It's the hair journal prints.
Oh, there's the Animal Crackers movie poster, or is that...
No, you're right. There's the Animal Crackers movie poster. Yeah, there's only two types of prints up there. One is the hair journal prints that we have the sets of, or the individual ones, and the other one is the Animal Crackers movie poster, because we sold out of all the Art Nouveau ones.
Yeah.
Simple Worm in a String. I am currently writing a book, but before I do that, I have to collect inspiration or information, and that means journaling. I'm visiting America from Finland, so any suggestions on where I should go?
Oh, gosh.
Okay, what type of book are you writing? Are you writing a book about...
Yeah, I mean, do you want to know about... like
the big city?
There's New York City, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Chicago,
the Great Plains,
or
the mountains.
Do you want to go and see Yosemite, or smaller towns like Nashville or something like that?
That's not a small town anymore.
Yeah, it's true, it's not.
At what age did you start really loving art and getting super good at it? Those are two mutually exclusive events.
High school.
You weren't super good at it in high school.
No, but that's when I started falling in love with it.
I'd say he started to get really good in college.
So it is 10:12, and I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do the watercolors on the live.
That's because you did all this inking.
I went a little crazy today, people.
Can I ask you a question? Did you love inking the hair?
Yeah, inking the hair was fun.
So it's all good. Friska says, best participation on Donna's live was a man who cried every time he tried to write. Donna's answer was so touching. You're very sweet. You know what? Thank you. It's very sweet. Scott's favorite medium is watercolor.
Not that you'll get to see it today.
You're so funny.
I'm sorry, everybody. Sometimes you just go...
Why are you apologizing?
Well, I hate when I don't get to finish a piece.
I know, but they understand that you want to do what you want to do, and they love watching you draw. They wouldn't be here if they didn't love watching you draw, you know? You are my hero, Scott. I started using watercolor because of you.
Oh, thank you.
Madeline says, I love how Donna knows so much about him that she's able to answer for him while he's focusing on his drawings. That's 35 years of practice. 35 long years. Let's see. We are not doing that. We are not doing that. What should I do if I don't like one of my pieces? Make your own corner of shame.
Yeah, or just, put it aside and start over again, or do something else.
What's your sandwich of choice?
I'm not really a sandwich kind of person, but I guess roast beef, maybe?
This person says, hey, it's Fart Around Friday. Anything can happen.
That's true.
I have seen you draw every kind of hair. Do you have any tips? Sorry if I write something wrong. English is not my first language. First of all, your English is great. And second of all, do you have any tips for the hair?
Yeah, there are some videos on hair. There's videos on black hair like this. There's videos on regular, or white hair, or however you want to call it.
Yeah.
Men's hair. I think I've got one.
You have a life too, brother. We appreciate the time and teaching you give us. It's always a joy watching. That's very sweet.
Thanks.
I love your videos so much. You inspire me, but I've been having a hard time with art lately because I have severe depression. But when I see your videos, I feel so much more inspired.
Oh, I can't say anything that's going to help you with your depression, but just know that you're always welcome here. And honestly, making art has always been my happy place. Yeah, my escape. So, see what you can do.
Yeah.
See if that'll help.
Yeah. What's the secret to the longevity in your relationship?
Hard work.
Tea and wine. I'm just kidding. Yeah, hard work is. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Basically,
it's not all wine and roses, you guys.
Yeah. So a relationship is this: both parties agree that this is something that they want. I want to grow old with you.
Yep.
Okay. So when you guys hit a hiccup, someone says something you don't like, or you're having money problems or whatever.
Or health problems.
You decide, okay, we will work at it together. As long as your goal, both of your goal is to live happily ever after, you have to work at it.
Yeah.
And so, we've been through so much that would have just destroyed other relationships. And then we've seen, God, I would say 75% of our friends have had divorces.
Yep.
And we're like, divorce is not, it's not that it's not an option, but divorce is just not what either of us want.
No.
So what we do is we adjust, we learn, we grow. We're not the same people we were when we got married at 23, 24 years old.
Yeah, thank God.
But we've had to make decisions. I think a lot of people say, well, you have to love me for who I am, exactly as I am, warts and all. And I think what we found works for us is, I'm going to make myself a better person because I love you. So it's not saying you have to learn to love me at my worst. It's I would never want you to have to deal with me at my worst. So I'm going to make myself a better person for you. Now, it doesn't mean we're always successful, but knowing that the other person is trying, knowing that the other person is making an effort, is what keeps us together.
Yeah, and I'm the first person to say that Scott's way better at making an effort than I am.
And I'm the first person to agree with her.
Yeah, way better at making an effort. And but you have to. You have no choice. I mean, it's like you could give up and walk away, but it's like I know that. I mean, I've loved him since I was 19, and I love him more now than the day that we got married, and I love how we've done that together, how we've made this life together. And it is a lot of work. You got to do it. It's a lot of work. Nixia says it seems obvious, but the marriages that last are the ones where both people work together through the rough times. And it's true, because it's not all wine and roses. It's just not.
Yeah.
I do like Lord of the Rings. I don't know that you'd make a video on art school. I don't know what type of a video he would make on that. Your ring looks really tight. It is tight, and he will never take it off again.
It comes off pretty easily.
Show them how it's all wonky now after 30 years of it. It's not even a perfect circle anymore.
Yeah, it's been banged and whatever.
And spun around and all that.
It does spin really good. I like to... Oop. All right, let's try that again. It's got a good spin to it.
Who
Let's see if we
suggested starting your YouTube channel?
it was Dan Povenmire.
I'm sorry to ask again, but have you ever tried doing the opposite? The stencil is the focus and the portrait is surrounding.
Never apologize for a question like that. No, I haven't. It's an interesting
Okay,
thought.
Dalton says, in one of your sketchbooks, is the girl you said was your girlfriend and future wife Donna or another girl?
No, it was Donna.
We've been together for a long time. They're laughing when you spin your ring around and drop. Nixie says, we'll never take the ring off again. Proceeds to yeet the ring. Oh, God. Scott loves cartoons and anime. What a spinny ring. Let's see. And Scott promptly loses his ring on the live. It's so funny. It wouldn't surprise me.
Goes down a manhole cover. Where'd that manhole cover come?
Yeah.
Who put a manhole cover in the Hobbit hole?
Oh, God. Scott has drawn Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Yep.
I did.
You did
six versions of
Aang.
Aang.
Yep,
Yeah.
and different things. What would be your food of choice in a food fight?
In a food fight?
Mashed potatoes.
Pudding.
Twinkies. Oh, pudding. Oh, God, pudding.
Because it looks like poo.
Blech. That's disgusting. I guess they think I'm choking you with that ring. You guys fell in love at the age I am right now. We did indeed. God, we were so young and so stupid. Oh my God. Let's see. I started drawing in a style that is bad. Now I've learned to draw realistic. But would I know more if I started with realism?
Realism realism isn't a thing. This isn't realism. This isn't realism. When I think of realism, I think of like photorealism. Everything else is just based off of life.
Yeah.
So just think of that. Okay, so I'm trying to think. Okay, I have a Payne's gray background. I think I'm going to go with a burgundy background.
Okay, I have to take this one. Espresso Berry says, do you have any advice on a parent's perspective on a child moving out for college? I'm planning on leaving the nest, but my parents sound like they want me to stay and they want me to leave at once. That's correct. That is 100% correct. However, I will tell you this.
We had twins.
We had twins and they left at the same time.
Yeah.
They are not close by. They are both far away from us. It is the single most proudest moment of our life, thinking that our boys were going to be okay and that they were going to jump out into the world and do their own thing. And the saddest, because our little boys who we have, I mean, parents know you from the time you're born until you get to be basically an adult and you're out on your own. And it's hard to let go of 18 years of taking care of this person. And then all of a sudden they're supposed to take care of themselves. But cut your parents a little bit of slack. They will miss you. They will want to hug you and squeeze you every time they see you. And that's just how it is. And it is a push-pull. They want you to go because they're like, wow, I could have my house back and that'd be kind of cool. I could do the things I want to do. And at the same time, they're like, I don't know how to cook. I mean, me personally, I don't know how to make a small meal anymore. I don't know how to cook for just the two of us. So I make what I make and then we have leftovers for a week.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to cook in small batches anymore. And it's funny, but we're making it work, you know? Yeah. But when our boys come home, it's great.
You know what? I think I'm going to go with orange.
Do you usually do art in silence with minimal background noise? Or if you do you sometimes play music?
I play music.
I think what they're asking is, does Donna come down and talk to you?
Yeah, there is no silence in this house.
For 90 minutes.
Donna's up 2 stories above me in the 3rd floor, and I'll hear her talking to herself or the dog.
I am talking to Arwen. I am not talking to myself.
She's not talking to Arwen.
All right. I am talking to Arwen. How the hell
I'll hear her talking, and then I'll see Arwen walking by the door, outside. I'm like, okay, she's just talking to herself because.
Sometimes I'm on the phone with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I am. Occasionally I'm on the Discord, although not much. Do you like mac and cheese? OMG, yes.
Not me.
I love mac and cheese. It doesn't like me, but I love mac and cheese. Any advice you have for drawing dimensions like light and shadow? Also, Scott, you've really inspired me, and you're seriously one of the best artists ever.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's a video about Legos in perspective, and that might help.
The Dragod says, "Hey Scott, I just wanted to say I recently joined the server, and this community is one of the most wholesome I've ever been in. So grateful for both of you and Donna always showing up with enthusiasm."
That is
that's so sweet.
All due to the mods.
Yep.
That is 100% the mods. If you're talking about the Discord, and
it's not us.
Yeah, that's all the mods. Yeah. Like, I don't even show up very often because I'm busy, but they handle. That they make it a safe place for all of the kids.
They do. Yeah. They definitely do. And we appreciate them so very much. Could not do this without them. What type of paper do you recommend when you use colored pencils?
I think I like a Bristol board is always good. I'm really liking these.
Who's your favorite artist on the platform? Sorry, go ahead. You're really liking what?
The Doc Martin
inks?
No, these are the concentrated watercolors.
I can't keep track of what you're using. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
My favorite artist on the platform? I've got a few, but I think it would be either Kim Diaz-Home or Alex Ross. Sam Does Art is wonderful. James Gurney.
Okay, it's my turn to ask you a question.
Ask me a question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why are you using the Doc Martin inks instead of regular watercolors now? And when do you decide that you're going to use those as opposed to your regular watercolors?
I like them because they're vibrant. The watercolors that I have, my 12, are muted for skin tones and everything. So they're not as powerful as other watercolor shades that I could be using.
But why, with this particular painting, would you decide to do such a bold use of inks? Like, is it just a mood thing?
It's a little bit of a mood thing, but also, I know that her skin tone and her hair are going to be dark. Okay. So I thought I would contrast it with a lighter color.
Okay. That makes sense. I was just curious of when you decided to use those inks instead, because it's yeah. I was just curious.
And they're not inks; they're watercolors.
Yeah, I'm sorry, watercolors. Concentrated watercolors. Do the Doc Martin watercolors bleed through the Winsor and Newtons?
No.
You can't use caps lock in the comments because you're yelling, and we don't like yelling. It's not nice.
Okay, hold on. Blow dryer. Just quickly get...
Okay. Okay. Yes, we are all having a little PTSD with the inks and the colors there. My art videos have to have the audio removed because I watch TV while painting.
Oh.
Yeah, YouTube will do that. Let's see. This is my first time catching you live. I send your videos to my mom, and we love your art so much. That's just Julia.
Thank you both.
Tips on proportions, please. There's a video on that in the Art Hacks playlist.
Yeah.
You made a video for everything. He has indeed. Except shadows and shading, which I keep asking for. Yeah, how many of you are drawing along with Scott today? Let's see. What gouache paint do you recommend for beginners?
I don't really have a beginner brand, but I do. See, I don't know if you guys saw, but I made a little mistake right there. But I do like
The Hemi for beginners?
the Hemis were pretty cheap and they weren't bad. I don't use them, but I mean, I tried them and I was like, oh, these are not bad.
Neither of us have ever read the Silmarillion. Yes, the reason why you're not seeing the bad comments is because our mods are killer and they get rid of all of those bad things, profanity and all the bad stuff before it hurts anybody. Siri said, just a few days ago I had a really bad panic attack that I almost had to go to the hospital and now I'm traumatized. I feel you so much and I'm so sorry that happened to you. Just deep breaths. Emily says, I love how you're embracing Women's History Month. You're so great. What's your favorite painting?
Oh, the Mary Shelley one from Wednesday. I'm keeping it. The others are going to be for sale, but that one I'm keeping. I just liked it. I don't know why.
You looked at it after the live and you went, yeah, I think I'm going to keep this one.
Yeah.
First time drawing alongside this live. I'm a final year college student designing posters for an opera.
Oh, that's amazing.
Emma says, we are ninjas of the chat. You are indeed, my friends. You are indeed. When was I don't think you've ever used poster colors.
No, I need to try them one day.
Yeah. Yeah, panic attacks are the worst for sure. And they do keep this safe. Santa says, I love this piece. The orange background is sunshine. How are you doing, Santa? I'm so excited for your cookie content coming up. You guys, if you're not following Santa yet, he's going to be doing some exciting new content and I can't wait for it. There may or may not be some fun cookie related things in there, so you should definitely follow Santa. I'm painting with this in the background and it's really great. Also, I've tried to read the Silmarillion, but can only get through like 6 pages with 10% comprehension.
Yeah. I did the same thing just with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
I was like, I can't get through it. So The Hobbit was my pace.
Scott, thanks for the buy with the student edition of the Winsor Newton Watercolor Travel Kit.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm drawing with Scott, but I'm sick with strep throat and I had to take a break. Oh, I hope you feel better soon. I hope you have medicine for that too. This orange looks familiar. Is it the splooshy orange?
No, that was ink. This is watercolor.
God help us all. I'm currently drawing art for our school auction. We sell drawings for books or plants.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's exciting. Hello from the Maldives. I want to go there.
Hello.
Do you have any tips for finding forms of creativity? I'll be making an album cover for someone and wanted to ask for some inspiration tips.
Okay. Ask that one more time.
Do you have any tips for finding forms of creativity? I'll be making an album cover for someone and wanted to ask for some inspiration tips. I think they want to know how you get inspired for things.
Yeah. There is a video on inspiration, but I would also consider going to a museum. Those are wonderful for that.
Love museums.
And you can see all different styles of art. And that should give you some inspiration.
Simon says, wow, it's heartwarming hearing you read our comments out. I'm going to be here more often. Keep it up. Amazing.
Oh, thank you.
That's why we're here. We want to hang out with you guys. I'm glad it makes you happy. Is Scott still using the concentrated watercolor for the BG detail?
Yes. So this is the background color for the first one was orange, and then I guess I put the other one away, but this is now red.
Self-portrait anytime soon? Nope. As a fellow artist, you inspire me so much, Scott. Thank you for sharing your art with the world. I'm trying to create a website for myself. I am beginning commissions. Any suggestions?
Ouch. I know for me, I've been online and trying to sell my work for 15, 20 years or however long it's been, and no luck. You got to find your audience.
Yeah, first.
You got to find your audience. Yeah, you can't just open up a shop. You got to find the people that support you and care about you and want to help you and own your art. That's the thing is, so you got to find your weird people that like your weird stuff, that's what I would suggest.
Scott's favorite medium is going to be watercolors, but that could change tomorrow. We don't really know.
I don't know. Maybe tomorrow it'll be cookies.
Ever since I started studying interior design for college, I haven't been able to do what I love, which is drawing, until I found your videos. You inspire me to get back to my passion and draw every day.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I love that. Now, I have to ask you a strange question. Why are you not able to draw for interior design? Isn't drawing a part of interior design?
I bet it's probably all on the computer.
You think?
Might be.
I don't know. Because the person I went to dinner with last night had a sketchbook in her purse.
That's great.
Yep, I was stunned.
She's architecture.
She's an architecture major, and she had a sketchbook in her purse and said she takes it pretty much everywhere. And I was like, that's really cool. Let's see. Scott, do you write books? I thought you did, and if you do you illustrate them?
Yes and no. The books that I've written have been graphic novels, though I did write the Art of Animal Crackers book too. But I illustrated the Dreamland Chronicles, but I did not illustrate my other graphic novels. I hired an artist for that because I was writing, I think, like 6 or 7 books a year at the time, and so there was no way I could do both.
Excuse me. Scott has never tried drawing with highlighters. How did your autism diagnosis help you? Was it worth it? What would you say to someone who's thinking about it?
I would say it has definitely helped me because it allowed me to understand what the things that I was experiencing weren't normal. I didn't have to just suck it up and
Tough
deal with it. Yeah. And so I thought everybody was overwhelmed with noises and smells and
I haven't been for 30 years. So how did you rationalize that when you knew I wasn't?
You were just not so sensitive. You're just like
oddity.
No. You're just like, I always just assumed that you were deaf. And because Donna, I'll be talking to her and she just won't hear me. And I still think she is, but I just assumed she had no sense of smell because she couldn't smell the milk going bad in the other room.
You can smell milk going bad from 50 miles away.
Yeah.
I think that's actually helped both of us realize that he just has something that's different. I've always appreciated that you could smell things going bad. I will tell you that much.
Yeah. Smell this.
Smell this. Is this okay?
Well, I'll be upstairs or I'll be down here in the Hobbit hole.
Yeah.
And I'll call her up and I go, I think the turkey's done. She goes, it's not supposed to be done for another 30 minutes. I go, it smells done.
Yeah, he will do that. And I'll be doing something in the house and I'm like, I've got a timer on my watch or on my phone and I know when it's supposed to be ready. And every damn time he's right. I go to the kitchen, I put the thermometer in and I look at the turkey and I'm like, wow, that really does look done. And it drives me bananas because I'm like, how did you even know this? And I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. Okay, Warqua says, and if I butchered that name, I apologize. Donna and Scott, I need advice. My mom's friend has a bunch of boys who I try to get along with, but they annoy me. I agreed to go out with them because they're bored, but they keep being rude. Should I cancel?
Yeah, I mean...
Hold on a second. No. Go out with how and where and what age group?
Hanging out. I think
I understand hanging out. I want some frame of reference for this.
Here's the thing that I've learned over the years is you are in control over what makes you happy, and you get to decide who gets to get into that personal space.
Yep.
And so,
100%.
while you are more than welcome to, if your mom has a friend and she wants you to hang out with her kids, blah 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 blah. Yeah, from time to time, do it, but the rest of the time, you don't have to be miserable to make your mom happy in that way. I had to do that too growing up. My mom my parents spent all the time in the church, and so I was always around other kids that I didn't really like, and if I could go back and tell myself to just go in a corner and go make art, or don't force yourself into being social in a situation where you don't like the people.
Also, I think nowadays it is much more understood that, and back then they didn't know that you had autism and you weren't never diagnosed.
Yeah.
So I think parents are more, they listen to their kids more now. They're like, oh, you're not comfortable in this situation, so we were not going to put you in this situation. Whereas in our era, it was like, sit down, shut up, just do what you're supposed to do what I tell you to do. And
definitely talk to your mom and tell her, I'm not comfortable with these people.
And my concern as a mom is that if these people are rude to you, are they in any way making you feel uncomfortable from the perspective of you think they might hurt you in any way, like physically hurt you? And if that's the situation, then definitely don't go.
Yeah.
That's what I would be most concerned with. Scott's most highly recommended art supplies are on our website in his Scott's art supply list. If we don't have social media, do you have other ways for us to share our art and receive your opinion? Okay, first of all, Scott's never going to give you his opinion and critique art. And second of all, the Discord is going to be the best way to do that if you don't have social media. You got me back into art, says Apocalyptics. Whenever I see your videos, I am hit with a wave of wanting to draw. It kind of sucks because my hands aren't good enough for my thoughts, but you inspire me every day.
Oh, thank you. And
Keep doing
your
it,
hands
and your
will
hands
get better.
Yeah.
You just a little bit of practice.
What watercolors are you using?
This is Winsor & Newton.
I need to figure out how to get the notifications. Oh, you just click on there's a little bell that says notifications. I turn those on from time to time just to make sure that they're still working. Did you ever doodle on schoolwork or random papers?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Guys, he doodles on everything. He doodles on the grocery list.
I actually got through high school geometry and Spanish because of my art.
You did indeed. That's how the teacher passed him. Thank you for keeping me company this week. This is a March holiday. I had band camp and I have to finish holiday homework, so I can't hang out with my friends. I'm sad, but your art makes me happier. We don't talk about our kids because they don't want us to talk about them. Why the left has little detail on the top? I don't know.
The left has little detail on the top. Oh, you mean up around here? That's just I figure where the light's coming from.
Let's see. Hanging out since we're all in China away from our home country, and I'm the one who offered. My mom didn't care. She knew I didn't like them. I said it because their mom was really nice visiting us.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you get to a point to where you feel uncomfortable, then just leave or call your mom and come home. But if your mom's cool with it, then, don't force yourself to be with people that are just a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
How long do your drawings like this one usually take?
90 minutes. This one's running a little longer, so I'm going to end it early, and then I'll just finish it later. But I figured I'd just at least get the main colors out here.
Would you mind telling us if it's a good earning making YouTube videos? Does AdSense pay well for artists? Boy, is that a loaded question right now.
It did in 2022, and
it is not any longer.
It is not anymore. But we'll see. I'm going to keep doing it for a while. I like it. I like all of you. But like I said, I'd hate to stop doing this and have to put more of my time into my other jobs.
Do you like bread? That's like asking Scott if he likes air.
Yeah, bread's my favorite thing.
Do you feel the same compulsion to write as you do to draw? Have you always loved writing in the same way as art?
No. Writing is fairly new to me. I only really started doing it about maybe 20 years ago when the boys were born. And
He wrote books for the boys.
Yeah, and then I started doing screenplays, which I really like doing, but I've written several, and we've only had one movie made, so it's you start to, it's kind of like making art that no one could see, and so you just kind of go, well, I'm gonna not do this anymore, and so I'm just kind of holding off until the next movie gets made and get back into writing. But I don't feel the same compulsion to write. I have story ideas, but
so many ideas.
Yeah. But it's different with writing because I don't write novels. And I'm just not very good at it. And so for me, I'm a more visual person. So I like graphic novels or movies because I could say, and then this happens, and then we'll figure that part out later, rather than having to describe, the color of someone's shirt and the way that they stand and whatnot in a novel. I would rather leave that to an artist.
I'm using Faber-Castell Travel watercolors because I couldn't afford a more better quality one, but it's really good. There you go. Start somewhere. Okay. For everybody who's asking, all of Scott's favorite art supplies are in the art supply list on our website. And you can find all of those there. The best art supply is the art supply that makes you make art. So Scott's honed the colors that he uses and the technique that he has done over 40 years. So I'm not trying to be flippant and I'm not trying to be rude. But I keep seeing all of you guys thinking, what's the best this and what's the best that and what's the best this? Just try with a pencil and a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And then if you can afford an art kit, like I said, we have the Grabby kit. If you want to start somewhere, it's all in one kit and it's cheap. Start there, or just try something at a local art store.
But just you gotta start with drawing.
Yeah.
Don't worry about color. Don't worry about paint.
Yeah, and don't try looking for what's the best this and the best that. Just try.
Yeah.
Okay, as far as taking a mental health day, do something that makes you happy. Go get yourself a cup of coffee. Go for a walk. Go talk to a friend. Read a book. Watch a TV show. Find one thing that makes you happy and make that a start of your mental health journey, okay? And make a list of things that make you happy, so when you're depressed and you can't think of something to do, you can look at that list and say, oh yeah, I can read a book and that will make me happy. I can make a cup of coffee and that'll make me happy. Try that and see if that helps. Scott's favorite art piece is the Animal Crackers movie poster that he did. He has never done abstract art, doesn't enjoy it, doesn't want to do it. We are hoping to make more movies in the future. Arwen the Elf Princess was my favorite Lord of the Rings character.
Okay, well,
are we going to be done? Do you want to be done?
Yeah. I think we,
okay.
Again, I mean, I apologize for not being able to finish this in the hour and 30 minutes, but I will finish this up this afternoon and then I'll post a video.
Yeah, you'll be able to see him finish it up
because
in the short version.
Ashley did a wonderful reading of about was it Maya Angelou?
Oh God, yes, she did that. Beautiful, stunning reading. She's got a great voice.
Yeah, so that'll be the 4th day of Women's History Month.
He's drawing somebody out of his head, and he's never done palette knife drawings, and he doesn't like to draw flowers. I wish he would maybe try that, but he's done musical characters on Music Monday. Good tip for journaling: pick up a pen and start writing. I'm going to also upload onto my channel some journaling prompts because I realized yesterday maybe people don't know what to write, or maybe people get stuck looking at a blank page. So I'm going to upload some journaling prompts and you can see those there. Everybody's like, don't worry about being able to finish. We have been to England. We've only been to London. And you can find Animal Crackers on Netflix. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hey guys,
I will finish this.
Yeah.
So when I do, I'm going to come in with more darker, the deeper reds, maybe some purples to get this hair darker. And then I'll come in with the skin tones and whatnot. But,
are you using the inks for the hair as well?
No.
You went to regular watercolors?
Yeah, that's just my regular watercolor.
And will you be using regular watercolor for the skin tone?
Yeah, I only use these for
the background?
the backgrounds.
Okay.
Because they're vibrant, and I like that.
Okay. I can't eat mushrooms. I'm allergic. And Scott doesn't like them. They're kind of slimy. All right, so we're going to be done, and we will.
Slimy.
Yeah, I kind of am slimy.
All right. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, have a great weekend, you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful time there this weekend. Make some art, read a book, do something good for yourself. Enjoy some time with friends or family. Just pick up a pencil and just start writing. Give yourself time at a specific time every day and start writing. That's what I do. After dinner, every night, and after I do the dishes, I sit down with my journal and I write. That's what I do. Okay. Have a great one, you guys. Ending stream. Okay, and let's go over here.